What's Gucci YouTube? It's Pat Brady on a special marvelous Bluntz. Memorial Day. Shout out all the troops. They lost a leg and an arm out here. We salute you. Oh wait, it's the ones that's dead. Yeah, we found that out yesterday. If y'all didn't know, Memorial Day is for the dead ones, dead homies, and Veterans Day is for the live homies. So shout out to all the veterans and everybody who sacrificed their life for USA. So we gonna get straight into it, man. Over the weekend, I was able to see the James Gunn new movie, Brightburn. You dig what I'm saying? And before, you know what I'm saying? I got my glasses on, the Roll Loud glasses. Go check that out, that recap. But before we start Marvelous Bunch, yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get ha ha ha. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all haven't already, go look at all the other review stuff that we've been doing, recaps, man. Marvelous Bunch, we got different stuff on the page. We just not sticking to, you know, one for this episode is sponsored by Backwoods, Russian Craig, if you did. But let me get into Brightburn, man. Brightburn, it's a movie directed by James, well, it's executive produced by James Gunn, but he probably had his hand in it. Mark Gunn, it's a couple of his homies. I said his homies, his family. They made this movie, Brightburn. Man, this movie was so much fun, man. I'm telling you, like, I haven't seen like a fun movie that's kind of like a superhero movie in a while. Endgame was trash. So, you know what I'm saying? When I went to Brightburn, I didn't even have my expectations high. I kind of was looking at different reviews, and everybody was trashing, and I was like, I gotta go see for myself. I ain't even see John Wick, so I was like, I'm not gonna go see John Wick 3, and I don't know anything about it. And then Aladdin, I'm definitely not gonna go see that. You know what I'm saying? So, let's get into it. Basically, it's about this boy named Barry. Oh, excuse me, I keep saying his name wrong. Brandon. His last name was Briars. I don't know why Brandon and Barry just so close to me, and I'm burnt out. So Brandon Byers, man, basically it's kind of like a Superman story, but it's a total twist to it. You know what I'm saying? Like a complete twist to it. He came down to earth, you know, like the same thing. It was in Brightburn, takes place in Brightburn, Kansas, and basically, you know, like they show like little baby videos and stuff at the beginning, but basically, like he's just a regular kid at first, and then into the movie, he starts going through these like weird changes, and I'm not talking puberty, like he didn't realize his meat hard or anything like that, but he starts like having these, like speaking tongues and getting attraction to this red light. And that's another thing that I like about this movie, just adding, is the fact that they didn't really explain anything. It was just like really like a movie, you know what I'm saying? Like taking it back to just a movie, you don't really explain anything, you just go straight in. So he starts getting like powers, like super bad. He starts getting stronger, you know what I'm saying? But as strong as he gets, the more weirder he gets, you know what I'm saying? He starts like lunching, like doing some like questionable things. And his step parents, you know, they're kind of like Superman's parents, but like they really kind of like shelter him his whole life. So as we go through the movie, he's kind of figuring out his powers and stuff like that. But this movie took like an awesome twist. It was rated R, so it was like he was like a murder superhero. Like they was actually showing him commit murders, which I thought was really different. You know what I'm saying? And it brought like a new element to superhero movies, because most of the time it's that like PC shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't really show like Endgame and all them other movies. They haven't really been showing like no blood or anything like that since the old Marvel movies. So I really shout out James Gunn for really sticking that grimy, nasty, bloody. It was one scene with like the glass went in the bitch eye, like, and she had to like pull it out. Like literally, they show her pulling the glass out her eye. Ugh, oh my god. But as Brady goes through, like he starts to realize his powers, and the boy starts to realize his powers, like the more his step parents start tripping, and everybody starts tripping around him. They don't really know he's strong, but eventually, like his parents gotta reveal, like, you know what I'm saying? We're not your parents, we found you. And once that happens, he freaking loses it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit. He loses it completely. He starts just going ham on his family, people around him. It was one scene where a girl, his parents started finding like organs, like women under his bed, but like open organs under his bed, like some freaky type shit, not no Pornhub type shit. And basically, he ends up like kind of like preying on like this 12-year-old girl in his class, and they end up going to gym, and she calls him a pervert. You not call the school shooter a pervert. You know what I'm saying? Especially when the school shooter got powers. My man like literally broke this little girl hand, and they like showed it and all that shit. I was like, wow, like this movie's lit. And it was funny, you know what I'm saying? Like I was laughing. I know people like it was a horror movie, we shouldn't be laughing, but like you gotta realize it still got that cheeky like superhero. They try to keep that superhero feel, but it was a dark superhero. I don't even know if he's a superhero. He's a villain. He's basically a villain, you know what I'm saying? This movie was if Superbad turned into a villain, what he could really be capable of, and nobody tells that story, man, because they fucking scared. So shout out to the guns for keeping them guns out. Rest in peace, Fredo. So basically, Brandon, like, he kind of goes, he has to like cover up his tracks. So man, this dude kills his fake uncle. It gets to the point where his father tries to step to him. He had to like son his father. I'm like, this is a little boy. Like in my head, I'm thinking like he actually a kid. I want to take off my belt so many times in this movie and whoop his ass because he was out of line. You know what I'm saying? But he was strong as shit, so I would have let it go. Honestly, if it was me in that situation and my son was Superman and I just told him that like you not my baby, like, and he coming in the house late, I don't care. You can come in the house late with no shirt. You can come in the house late with girls. Do what you want to do. If you want to take over the world, like his mission was to take the world, not save the world, which was cool too. And the costume design was, oh my God, that costume, it looked like a scary movie, like some killer shit. Like it was man, that costume was so creepy. Like he ended up, the dude, his uncle, like he had super fast abilities, so he ended up in the closet of his uncle's closet. He's like, what the hell are you doing in my closet with that wild ass uniform on? Ended up taking his jaw away real loud. The top. So as you know, like the movie go on, he's getting stronger. He's knowing more of his abilities. He's knowing more of his power. So I just thought that was great that they just jumped us right into it. And normally it's like this origin story and the reason why he did it. We don't know why this little boy is a nut. Real live. All we know is he's connected to this light, you know what I'm saying, from his planet. And that's actually his weakness. It's kind of like cool, like how Krypton is Superman and the Krypton people, that's their, like how you can kill him with kryptonite. His ship is like kryptonite, you know what I'm saying? Like if you stab him or if he gets like hit, because he's like, right, they actually told him he had never bled or broke any bones since he was a little boy, you know what I'm saying? So that was the only thing that made him bleed was the skin of his ship. So that was dope, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like this movie was a good amount of time. It was like only like an hour, 20 something minutes. They didn't overdo it, man, and it's right. They kept the movie progressing. You know what I'm saying? They kept the movie progressing without the long, boring, extra emotional parts. This kid, once he realized he was adopted, he was like, I don't even know these niggas. He was like, I don't even care about my family anymore. Like his uncle, when they told him his uncle died, he was like, y'all interrupted my cereal now. You know what I'm saying? He was like, they was like, you late for school? He was like, I don't care. Like, so what? I'm late. Came home, no shirt. Beat up, bloody, it didn't matter. And the father really was trying to tell the mother the whole time. And I give it to the mom. Can you look up her name, who that actually is? Her name is Tori, but what's her real name as an actor? Hold on. Her name is Tori Bryce in the movie, but I want to actually know her real name. Because she did a great job at embodying that mom role, man. Like, for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, she wouldn't tell the cop where he was at, man. To the last breath, she was riding with her baby, man. But they tried to fuck him over. Elizabeth Banks. I seen her in a couple, a couple other movies too. So she already, to me, was a good actor. You know what I'm saying? But she really played that role of his mom, even though he was adopted and everything like that. She rolled with him to the end. I definitely think that they can make another one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to ruin the end. Like, I went into stuff like literally barely, I feel like, on the surface. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's a movie you really got to go out and tell people to go see. I think it's going to get big word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because it was fun. All these whack-ass, weak review people on here always just try, like, literally this movie got trashed. And I'm like, man, but y'all talking about Aladdin, bruh. Y'all talking about Aladdin with Will Smith as a genie. Get out of here, man. We want to see something different, just something different. It was like a parody, a bad parody of Superman. You know what I'm saying? Like the bad boy version. And then the fact that he was a kid made it 20 times more creepy and young. Creepy kids scared the fuck out of me, which definitely had me grabbing onto that motherfucking belt through that screen. He wouldn't want me to. But shout out to Brightburn, man. If I really had to give this movie a grade, man, I definitely would give it a 9 out of 10. I ain't gonna say 9.5. I definitely say 9 out of 10. I like the action in this movie. I like the way how it progressed, the story. I like the story as well. It was, I wouldn't say predictable because I didn't predict anything to happen. Like certain things you just know, but like the story wasn't predictable, man. And shout out to James Gunn. I see why Disney brought you back. Get your bag, King. Get your bag, James Gunn. Run Disney. The Gunn family run Disney to the ground with their money. Make sure y'all do because y'all make great movies, man. Shout out to Brightburn, 9 out of 10, which is definitely an A- for me. You dig what I'm saying? All our other stuff, man, y'all know it's over there. Y'all just gotta subscribe and go peep it out, go crank it out, you know what I'm saying? Much love. Have a great Memorial Day. Pat.